leeway either way. I don't care about that. Just as long as you hold us.
Hola.
Hola. You're on the air, guys.
Oh no. Oh. My voice is not. It's like when you get on the air off first right out of bed. It's like my voice isn't ready for this tonight.
All right. Good luck anyway. All right. Welcome everybody.
Retiring the pit box, or did everyone?
You might be. That's what you need to be in there for.
Ah.
All right. Welcome everybody. Race 2 of the SCL Indy Legends preseason special. A real final round of weekend of exhibitions here at the in the preseason for SCL season 25, and we're looking forward to a good race. Our second race here will be the Indy Legends Speedway race, which will be run by the Lotus 98T, the 1986 version, which under this configuration and this power is basically akin to our Indy Lights car is how this is going to work out. Far below what the far below what you're going to see at the far below what you're going to see at the on the Indy cars here at the Speedway. But a good little test as an exhibition race. We have several veterans, but a lot of rookies here looking to make their names here in the SCL in season 25, and they're going to be, I'm sure, looking to show out here. We'll give you a rundown of that starting order once they're on their parade lap. It's going to be a full room of 16 cars. Or 15 cars, I'm sorry, not counting myself, who is the in the broadcast booth. If I didn't introduce myself, this is Carlin Hicks. SCL Season 25, just getting ready to kick off. We've got basically schedules in. We got basically schedules approved. Daytona Speed Week Season 25 should be starting soon. I believe we're ready to make a possible announcement that next week, Saturday, February 2nd, will be the SCL 25 Bathurst 500, the first race of the SCL Season 25 Rolex Endurance Cup. The Bathurst 500 qualifying will be next Friday night, February the 1st. And Daytona Speed Week should be starting within the week or two after that. So Season 25 is just about ready to go. Those of you new to the league, Project Cars 2, look us up, sundaycupleague.wix.com/SCRN for all information. As we're sorting it out, we got, as I said, a number of rookies in the field. Everybody just blowing up right now. And I believe these are going to be your starting orders. I'll have to wait for the last row to come in, but we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 outright rookies right there in the field. And a number of second season drivers, few veterans in there. We'll get to them when we whenever we circle through the field. But this is going to be brutal pack racing, 37 laps, about 150K, and as I said, this is very akin to our Indy Lights series is what you're going to see here. So you're going to see the veterans show you why they're used to what they're used to. I'm not sure if we're going to be retiring to the box to get the field set here, as it looks like there's 13 rather than 15. Or 14 anyway. I do not see anybody falling out. Maybe including myself. Well, it looks like we've got them setting up here. Got 2 parade laps coming by. Let's start off here On the pole from Renaissance Racing, Shane O'Kano. Starting second, currently an independent driver, formerly of Renaissance. I don't know if he's going to re-signed up, is CM Outcast. Starting third will be the independent driver Maisa Pamel from Germany. Starting fourth, five-time SCL IndyCar Series champion and the winner of the inaugural Indianapolis 500 in season 13, Kips Hall and Ass. Starting fifth will be Aaron C.W., who shared the booth with me in the first race. You guys heard his lovely Irish dulcet tones in the first race here on the road course, and he will be starting in the fifth spot for his brand new team, AMG Motorsport. Starting sixth is Maverick 91, Australian driver and an independent. Starting seventh behind him in the blue Zippenall car is Muttley Renaissance Racing, who had a terrific run to second in GTO class in the race earlier tonight. Starting eighth will be Flat Out from Renaissance Racing as they're coming out representing. Ninth is Daz in the Rosso and Bianco car. He runs for Team Dynamore Racing, Kip's teammate. Starting 10th, season 23 Indianapolis 500 and IndyCar champion the legendary Rita St. James, coming into 10th place. 11th will be a rookie Toe God, brand new this season. Made a couple of starts here in the preseason, looking to see what he can do from 11th on the field. 12th will be Rob Disco, another rookie back there, and 13th on the field, your earlier winner tonight in the prototypes, Warren Kyle Keith, wherever the heck he is. There's Warren at the back of the field. We're going to get up a map for you as well. 13 cars in the field for tonight's Indy Legends preseason special. I'm going to check our broadcast feed. We're good. And they're getting ready to double up this time by. One to go, 150K race. Much shorter than the 240 mile an hour speed fest that is the Indianapolis 500 SCL Silver Anniversary season, season 25, getting underway in the next couple weeks. And we're looking, one of the featured events will be the 13th running of the SCL Indianapolis 500. Yours truly, I'm proud to say, is a two-time winner of that race. One of only two drivers to win it multiple times. I'd love to make it 3 this season, and nearly did last season. So enjoy working the booth here for the support races and the preseason events. And this, like I said, this is not the Indy Lights car that we use here, but it is similar to it. They're going to be running similar speeds, so that's going to tell us a little bit about what you're going to see in Indy Lights competition this season. But in our championship series, you've got a lot of rookies out here, a lot of rookie second season drivers just looking to make an impression. As the cars are doubling up, they're waiting for Toe God, I believe. No, that's Rita to get herself up towards the front. We'll take the initial start track side as we've got somebody around backwards near the back of the field. Two of the, looks like Rita and Rob Disco perhaps getting caught up at the back. We'll see if she catches it back up, and we may still get the green this time by. 37 laps on your board, including the parade laps here. As you're looking at the pole sitter, Shano, his I don't know, we've been talking about he may re-sign with Renaissance this season. I think it'd be great if he does. CM Outcast is a talented driver, but neither one of them, even Shano, a former Camel, the defending Camel GTE champion, Shano has never really shown out much in the Indy cars, so we'll see what he can do from the pole here. Definitely think he's a contender were he to run a full-time schedule in the series. And the Australian driver brings us down to the start, and we are green here at Indianapolis. See them fan out down the front stretch, funneling into turn 1. Two and three wide coming through. And there's your leader bringing them down, going in through turn 2 the first time. Just take the chance to hop on board the action cam at the back of the field where Warren Kyle Keith is running. You got cars going 3 and 4 wide. We definitely have a caution out, and our first caution of the day definitely out. A lot of contact there. Tough to tell, right up in the middle of the field. Cars were 3 and 4 wide, and not surprising to see something along those lines taking place. If we can get a view on what's going on back there. Shano was definitely involved in it from the pole position, so not sure how that happened. It looked like it happened towards the middle, but he was definitely, maybe that was when they caught up to him off the straight draft. Still haven't got a sighting here of their Shano coming around. Kip may have been maybe conceding the spot for his mistake as he gets the Team Dynamore car up and going. And we'll look back up front where, there you go, you've got the rookie Maverick, Australian driver, yet to make an appearance in a points race, but he's appeared in some of the exhibitions and specials, pro-ams and whatnot. He's leading our field, as it looks like they'll definitely be good to go this next time by. Maverick out in front of Muttley. That's flat out in third. So 3 relatively rookie drivers. Flat out's hitting his second season in season 25, and then the veteran Daz behind him. Daz, who came very close to getting his first IndyCar win at Watkins Glen last season. I believe he led the most laps, and made contact with yours truly and him, came together in the carousel near the end of the race, and he fell back to 6th. Felt bad about that situation, but he's definitely a guy who's looking to perform, particularly in IndyCar and Camel GT, but he also runs Winston Cup on a part-time level. British driver who has shown he can run stock cars, IndyCars. He's definitely having a good time over here in the States, racing for SCL. Let's go ahead and do our start here from the back. We'll be on board with Kip's hauling ass in the chase cam. Kip's, as I said, veteran driver in his 15th SCL season, his 12th, I believe, active. You're talking about a guy who's won 5 IndyCar Series championships, season 13 Indianapolis 500. He is currently tied with yours truly at the top of the all-time SCL IndyCar win list with 18. The next one of us to get one will claim the record until the next one can get it. But Kip has not won an IndyCar race yet on the Project Cars 2 since the switch over. Little contact in the middle. Not the cleanest start, but they are off and running. Let's get back up front where Maverick's trying to lead a front group with Muttley, Daz flat out, and Rita shot her way all the way up to 5th place. You can see him down the backstretch there. Ooh, 3 wide into the turn 3. Somebody stuck up in the middle. They did a good job, however, there of holding off and catching it. And Daz shoots to the lead right now. Or Daz was in the lead. There we go. Yep, Daz shooting to the lead. These cars fanning out 4 and 5 wide down the front stretch. They're going to have to funnel down before turn 1, I can promise you that. The color commentator Carlin Hicks Jr. excited in the background. Let's get some chase cam going here. And we definitely have a caution. The caution's going to be out. I'm not sure who that was. That was Daz getting run up on the inside. 3 wide. Just didn't look too good there. Muttley's going to end up coming out here in the lead. But that's our second caution of a 7 flag limit on the board on lap 6 of 37. Trying to get to the chase cam there to get a good view of that. And I could have told you right away, it's a situation where somebody tried to go up the inside, definitely didn't have the room. It looks like they're going to be good to go green though. And let's see it from the back. The previous leader, Daz, on his chase cam as he is shotgun on the field on the single file restart. Let's see if these drivers can reel it in. We'll run from our chase camera on board. And we are green, green, green now. You got some cars fanning out way early and checking up. People are not getting up to speed on the restart. Definitely some rookies trying to learn the SCL rolling restart procedure, but they're underway. Muttley's leading them, and we're going to be on board here with Daz. Let's go ahead and get a cockpit view while we're at it here in the car. Early in the race, we'll mess around while the action blows around in front of us. Daz in the cockpit of the Lotus 98T, tonight's Indy Legends car. And there is another caution as 3, 4, 5, 6 cars. Daz tries to get through it. He holds the wall and just does make it by. But that is definitely going to put us in a situation there. They obviously came off the cars in the short chute with 3 and 4 wide. People trying to do things the cars are not really willing to do. You need room. There's a reason you see these cars in real life not try to go 3 wide through the corners here at this track. And as I said, these are analogous to an Indy Lights car. Even Indy Lights won't try too hard to go through wide. If someone gets knocked up on somebody else, what is that all about? As we are just seeing all kinds of silly things on the track. Third caution flag of the race now in the books out of 7 here on the first 8 laps. So we've got guys making crazy moves. I'm going to do another chase cam here from the back on the restart as Muttley continues to be in the lead. He's got Toe God behind him in second, WKK third, Kipson fourth, Daz in fifth. So 4 veterans up among the top 5 at the moment. And the question's going to be the inexperienced drivers here coming through the field. Those of you looking forward to it tomorrow night, we continue here at the Brickyard for the SCL Camel GT preseason special and the Grand Am preseason special. The racing starts at 6 p.m. Eastern with the Grand Am Touring Car Series, which is the support class for the SCL Sports Car Championship Division, the Camel GT Series. And those races will be commencing at 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night right here on the SCL Racing Network. As they're going through the short chute, let's get to the back of the field where your season 23 champion of the IndyCar Series, Rita St. James, is bringing it up from the rear here on the restart. She's got several rookie drivers in front of her, middle of the pack, so we'll see how she plays it off. Rita, one of the best at this track. Season 23 IndyCar champion, second in points last season, won the Indy 500, 6 career wins in the IndyCars. In case you guys are wondering, I'll talk about the discipline we're running at that time. It's a stock car race. We'll talk about people's Winston Cup resume. Rita has resumes across all 3 of our disciplines, but IndyCar is her specialty. Looks like we are green. It's hard to tell with these. They're not exactly revving it up. As Rita brings it up from the back here, we're going to stay in the chase cam with her. Get a clear track view right now. We'll worry about sorting out positions. You're on board with Rita at the back of the field, and we'll see how she does it. 2 and 3 wide, guys coming in, piling onto each other, but yes, showing a little restraint here after getting 3 flags early on. Do not need to go 3 wide for sure. Right there, we got 2 cars right up. We got a little bit of a lag issue there. Not sure who that is in the peach colored car. We'll check it in a minute after we get our cinematic map over with here. Contact, caution. I'm going to take a check up in here, see if I can find out who that was. I believe it might have been Aaron. Who else is in a car with that color wing? It was Aaron or Maverick who came over on somebody on the inside and has brought out our 4th yellow here in the first 10 laps. So not a good show being put on so far by the drivers here in this preseason special. That's why it's preseason, I suppose, but they've gone through 4 of 7 cautions in the first 10 laps with just really a lack of patience. Guys trying to go 3 wide and making moves. You need room in these cars because of the dirty air. You may have what looks like 2 car widths in front of you to go between them, but you can't shoot through them. If you get stuck in the middle, the dirty air is going to whip you around, and these guys are not understanding, obviously, how to... These guys are obviously not understanding how to feather the throttle to maintain stability. That's something you learn in these cars. That's why you race in these before you get to the SCL IndyCar series, which is such a high level of competition. I believe we're going to be going green again. We're going to be going green this time by. Let's see if is it Muttley or Daz that's out front. It's Muttley who's out front. Daz in second, Kipps third, Shano fourth, Outcast fifth as they go green. Once again, let's see, immediately guys fanning out. Let's see if we get some patience from the back here as we're working lap 11 of 37, seeing a little bit better. Daz going out high as there's Muttley holding it to the inside. Exhibition or no, Muttley would love to put up a good finish here. Somebody going down into the grass. That was... There's another caution. Shano probably made an illegal pass there. He was down into the grass, moving up on the two wheels below the white. He got into the grass, got unstable, and then I believe it was Togod who made contact with him as he was coming on top of him. But that all started when might have been pushed, but he kept the momentum, and when he hit that grass and 2 wheels got loose and then cars ran up on top of him. So that puts our 5th caution on the board in 11 laps, and we are running very, very quickly towards the green to the finish here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Not a good looking show here. Could say some mistakes by the rookie drivers, but that was a veteran there who got 2 wheels in the grass and didn't look good there. But they'll be working their way around now for another restart, as they've been really unable to get any flow going thanks to the early cautions, and they only got 2 more on the board with 25 laps remaining here in this race. So we've got Muttley. We'll go ahead on the chase cam so you guys can see which cars they are. We've got Muttley in the lead. Daz is in second. Kipps hauling ass in third. CM Outcast in fourth. Aaron running in fifth. Maverick is in sixth. Mice Pamel in seventh. Rita St. James in eighth. Warren Kyle Keith, WKK in ninth. Flatouts in 10th and running up on the wall for some reason. Togod's now in 10th, Flatouts in 11th, Shano is back in 12th, and Rob Disco is 13th. We're going to jump back on board here. I guess I should get a little bit further up. Let's take a look at what Warren will see here. It's possible it looks like we might be seeing a red flag situation in cars heading into the pits. I'm not sure, as they are on the access road. Let's get up to the probably definitely not going green. Let's see if we can sort out what the what race control is up to here. It's possible they're going to allow a tire change. We may have a track issue. We'll try to get a report on that, but they're definitely coming down pit lane. These cars are definitely coming down pit lane for one reason or another. I was not informed of a possible competition restart scenario like this, so I think what you're seeing is just the first time they've had a yellow with more than a lap. First time they've had a yellow with more than a lap. Yes. Gotcha, I figured, no problem. Thank you for the report, Rita. All right. I figured there was a red flag situation like that. and the officials would make the call. Obviously, in a championship race, it would be completely up to your strategy and all that jazz to worry about when to stop. But for a support race exhibition, they wanted to reset them with the amount of fuel to finish the race, so now they're going to be able to run it out. Obviously, a call by the race marshals, and we're going to get another restart. We have used up 5 of the possible 7 caution flags with what looks like it's going to be about 24 laps to go at the line. So there's definitely some concern here that we're going to have a wreck fest at the end. Definitely part of the situation. We hear that sometimes in the SCL media talks about we broadcast the support races and the preseason specials like this, that we don't put on the best show like we do when you're watching the championship events. And that much is true. We got some rookies in the field getting their feet wet, but it's good, tight racing. It's the best way to break into a championship level league like the SCL, and season 25 is coming upon us. And the 3 10-round championships of Winston Cup, Camel GT, and IndyCar are all set. And next weekend we've got the Bathurst, the SCL 25 Bathurst 500, our second seasonal running of that. Shane O'Kano is the defending champion from Renaissance Racing. But I am going to get on board here right about where Warren is, in 9th place on the chase cam, because we want to see how this restart sorts out here in the middle of the field. As I said, you've got a few veterans up front, quite a few rookies. These kind of preseason races and support races, not a lot of series regulars are here. A lot more of the less experienced drivers and second and third team drivers are here, obviously, and so seeing a bit of that. But we're going to see Warren. He is right behind his new teammate Rita St. James. Warren heading into, let's see, this will be his 8th SCL season, and he just signed up with JME Motorsports, the reigning IndyCar Series team champions and former Camel GT team champions a couple seasons back. So he's definitely going to contribute to that as we go green, and we're going to see what happens here in the middle of the group. I'm going to try to get up here on board a better position to see exactly what's going on. There's Maverick outside of Aaron. Vice Pamela. Let's get on board with Aaron, who was in the booth with us earlier. Rookie who is owning his own team, coming in the league fresh. AMG Motorsport is his new team. This is the first race that they've appeared as a team. He goes way up into the wall. Let's hope he doesn't get loose coming off the corner and sweep across. Looks good so far. These guys are holding up. We got somebody in the grass there. It looked like it might have been Muttley. Get right in the middle of the field here and see if we can get the best view of everything that's going on. As we got a couple of cars that are dancing real high with that wall, which makes your heart stop. Somebody coming up real tight there as well. Oh, got a big punt there. He saved it. Looks like he saved it. But it looks to me one of our Peach cars, Maverick, got into somebody's tail and knocked him towards the back. Might have been Warren. As Warren and Rob Disco are a little bit back off the draft. Warren is trying to get him going. Rob and Warren going to communicate here, hopefully, and line up together as we're going to jump back up on board with Aaron running in 11th at the back of the main pack. Running on that outside line. He's got Mice Pamel underneath him. Aaron got up into the wall. Looks like he may have done that on his own. And he too falls off the draft. On board with Mice Pamel, independent driver from Germany. Not a whole lot of experience in this in these cars. Has made a handful, a few SCL IndyCar Series starts. Best finish of 11th, I believe. coming up a little close. See, this is an example of how you don't want to run these. You want to manage that momentum. He's getting right up on top of the car in front of him and then having to back off and lose momentum. What you need to do is kind of manage the throttle. He should be, we pulled up his speedo, he should be at like 3/4 throttle coming through there. And that would be a much better indication of how to run it. Aaron, Warren, and Rob are going to try to make a move. Rob goes 3 wide through the middle. Might have been a good idea to use his momentum there, but these guys definitely need to line up if they're going to catch the group in front of them. As Warren gets a little wide there. Going back on board with Daz on the outside. Team Danamore Racing heading into his 4th season. Oh, big flip, and it looks like we're going to have another yellow. Looks like yellow number 6 is on the board. Is that Togod? Looks like he made contact with the car in front of him, riding a little too close to his box, and you can flip a guy over real quick. That was Shano, I believe, judging by where he's at down near the back of the track. Just getting going, I'm going to say yes. That is our 6th caution flag here in the 18 laps. These guys have 19 laps to go and only 1 left on the board. So hasn't been a real clean race by any stretch of the imagination. That one, I believe that definitely not anything malicious on Toe's part, but you know, these are not stock cars. At this speed, you make contact like that, you're going to send somebody flying, and that's one of the reasons you can't go 3 and 4 wide on these. But look who's up front. Kip's hauling ass. As I said, 5 IndyCar Series championships, tied for the all-time series lead in wins. Always a threat on the speedways, and he is going to be leading us back to the restart. He's got CM Outcast behind him in 2nd. Maverick is in 3rd. Rita St. James is in 4th, and Togod is in 5th. As we wait for our camera crew to get cycled back on, as they're working their way through the short chute down onto the front stretch. 19 laps to go, only 1 yellow left on the field. We'll do this restart cinematically and try to keep track of all the best action as Kip's leading them back. 19 laps to go at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Guy's got enough fuel, obviously, to go the distance. Strategy not an issue here in the preseason race, and the green flag is out. You see the cars in the back start fanning out. We'll let them cause their caution or make it through here as best they can, sort it out, and then we will be running to the finish sometime very soon, one way or the other. As the front row obviously keeping good tabs on that. Let's go back to Aaron here in the back of the field, see what he's seeing in front of him. That car right there, Warren running real close on the tail there. There's Shano. Go on board with Shano from Renaissance Racing. Reigning Camel GTE champion, as he's not as adept at the speedways, but he's been going up and down through the field here. There certainly wasn't his fault in the last one. These guys are running very, very close on the outside line, but they're definitely just trying to maximize their run as Kip and Outcat and CM are holding the front there. Somebody's up in the wall. I bet you that's Togod. There's a big flip, and that is our final caution. It was not Togod. That was Maverick, who got into the wall, I believe, and was trying to hold on to it. The cars behind him could not check up in time, and we have just seen our 7th and final caution of the day. That means if they're back for the restart here, which they should be, then we are looking at the final restart of the race with 17 laps to go. Just sloppy racing, really. Nothing more to be said there. Nothing malicious. Looks like, if I'm calling the wrong driver, I believe it was Maverick, got into the wall and was just trying. He was doing a good job, I think, of hanging on to it. But the car behind him cars behind them didn't anticipate it. They tried to get out of the way, but they didn't anticipate what was going on soon enough. I think their brains didn't think, how do I avoid a wreck here, as much as how do I get by and gain some positions. They didn't do anything wrong necessarily, but they didn't react quick enough to what was going on in front of them, as we have another car getting spun out under yellow. I believe that was Aaron getting into somebody under the caution flag. And that was Rob Disco getting knocked out underneath the yellow. And these guys are driving sloppy tonight. No two ways about it. Not looking real professional out here like we're normally used to seeing, even in a preseason race in the SCL. So we'll have to see if they can sort it out. They got to do it now. They're going to have 16 laps to go with no more yellow flags on the board. So it's a straight shot to the finish here in the Indy Legends preseason special. As I said, tomorrow night the Camel GT Series and Grand Am Touring Series will be in action starting at 6 p.m. Eastern here on the SCL Racing Network. All you drivers, make sure you get out there for qualifying for that. And Sunday we've got a Winston Cup special here on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And I am announcing it officially. The events will be going up next Saturday, February 2nd. First event of season 25, the SCL 25 Bathurst 500. First event of the Rolex Endurance Cup will be run, qualifying on Friday night, February the 1st. And final bump qualifying just before the race. Anyway, back to the action here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We're going to take a look real quick at our order here, as we've got Kip's hauling ass. I'm not going to deal with that camera there, guys. Kip's is in first, CM's in second, Muttley's in third, Mice Pamel in fourth, Togod in fifth. We're going to go to the back of the field, and Rob Disco here on the restart. Knowing there are no more yellows, and with no more yellows, there's no margin for error. Guys cannot be doing what caused 7 yellows in the first 50 miles of competition. As they're slowing way down, not getting good restarts, that's a big part of it right here. They're green. It was a sloppy restart, but they're green. Aaron didn't get off and going. Rita's going to be going by him on the outside. Let's get on board with Maverick. He's been in a lot of the action here as he's coming up on Shano. Daz up with the front group here. Continues to be Kips and CM. Somebody down in the dirt there. I believe that was Togod. He's performed well, but has been kind of over the track as Flat Out catches one that was heading towards the wall. Shano and Maverick side by side are losing them. Maverick coming over on Shano. Somebody goes around. Big flip, big flip. That was Mice Pamel losing the car and going around, as has Rob Disco. Are we back under yellow? I thought we had hit our flag limit. I guess they are calling a red flag situation. That or I have miscounted. But we are seeing some sloppy racing here in Indianapolis. Seen a whole lot of the cars going where they don't need to be going. Guys hitting the wall. Not exactly passing the rookie test. But as it sits, the rookie Togod is out front. Kip second, CM third, Muttley fourth, Flat Out fifth. As we've got 14 laps left on what has been a grind of a race so far. Not much action except for accidents. Of course, 2 SCL trips during the season here in season 25. One will come in week 5 when we come here to run the Indianapolis 500, National 300, and Brickyard Grand Prix that weekend. The second time will be the weekend that we run the Brickyard 400 in week 9. And try to get a view once again from the heart of the field here. As they come to the green flag, we're on board with Rita St. James. These guys are entirely too close to each other on these restarts, and that's why that's happening. And we got another flag down. These guys need to, if anybody's listening, you guys need to spread it out on the restart. They're way, way too close to each other. They'd be 1 car length. It's like driving on the highway, guys. As Flat Out's catching up to the field. Continues to be Toe God running out front, but it's been sloppy racing right there. Poor restarts. The field needs to stay further spread. They're supposed to be a car length back. And the restarts have been fairly atrocious here tonight, and that's been one of the biggest problems, is getting the cars up and running. That usually is a situation where when you have 4 or 5 rookies in a race like you do here for this exhibition, they're trying to get their feet wet. It doesn't take but 1 or 2 guys to really bottle up the field and throw everything off, and that's probably mostly what we're seeing. As we jump back on board here to the back of the field with Flat Out from Renaissance Racing. As you can see, they're coming onto the front stretch. They're nowhere near put together. Somebody's scoping down the wall. I believe that's Rob. Yes. No, they just messed up when they made their pit stop. Yeah, that's exactly what they did. It wasn't a glitch. They just didn't put fuel in the car. All right, so one more thing. Tell them to spread it out under the yellow. They need to be at least a car length back. That's what the biggest problem is in the field. All right. All right, best of luck. Rita giving us the report as Maverick looks like he's the last car out of the field here. That's what they're saying. Little technical snafus. Obviously a situation where the teams run up to the race marshals, to the officials. We've got a problem. I didn't get enough fuel. They came in and made the decision to give them the call. But Rita called it on the head, and I called it on the head. It was not a glitch. They didn't put fuel in the tank. They didn't handle their in-car management right, but that's what these races are for, so these guys can sort it out, because I guarantee you when you're in an IndyCar race or a Camel GT race or a Winston Cup race, they're not throwing that red flag for you. You're on your own, and you're just going to have to go a lap or 2 down and hope for the best. But this is going to be the final restart, and they've only got 12 laps to go. I see a major accident. I'm going to call it straight up here. Looks like Maverick finally gets rolling. How his pit stop took that long, I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, absolutely no idea how the pit stop took that long. But it did, and they got 1 car still coming. Unless he's nearly a lap down to the field. I'm not sure if they're waiting for him. Are they going green here, or what's the call? It looks like they're calling the green. We're on board with Flat Out, but Maverick never made it back around and out of the pits. So I'm not sure if that was something prearranged. He was having mechanical issues or what it was, but they've made the call and gone green. And we got 2 cars right away right there. That was Muttley and Mice Pamel getting together at the back, and out they go. There's Flat Out coming up on somebody running through the infield there. That's pardon me, that's Maverick, who's a lap down now, as we're on board with Flat Out. He's got Aaron right in front of him, a pair of relative rookies. Trying to catch the main pack here. We might as well call the action up front. These guys are going to do what they're going to do. If you see their times dropping, they're wrecking out. As it's Kip right there on the inside, leading the way. He's got CM directly behind him as the outside line's trying to get together and make an effective move. There will be 10 to go when they get to the line this time by. Still Kip leading the way on the inside. Misa and Muttley are far separated from the rest of the field, as is Maverick, who appears to be pulling down pit row again. He's got plenty of fuel in the car. That can't be the issue. But here's that top battle. We're on board with Rob Disco. The rookie driver holding himself up well here so far. He's got Aaron on the outside, but he's holding that line. He's running right down there on the bottom, staying in the groove, waiting to see the action in front of him as they're on the final 10 laps here at Indianapolis. No more yellows means a wreck, and these guys are basically out of it. And all of a sudden you're seeing much more patient racing. Flat Out directly in front of him there in the yellow and black car. Once again, another guy just having trouble managing the throttle. That's something that a lack of experience on the ovals will do to you. The trick to these kind of cars is to maintain your momentum. That means you may have to be 3/4 throttle and staying right about that distance behind. You can see Rob is kind of getting the hang of it as he's not quite closing in on him. He's trying to maintain his momentum. He's still checking up a little, but he's not doing too bad. There's a guy who's going to figure it out. As Aaron's up near the top of the wall, we'll get on board with him here. But there's action below as Rob's trying to manage. Flat Out is a little bit inconsistent in front of him, as you can see. And he's trying to figure out where to go to get by this guy. Makes the move to go 3 wide, makes it work. Does he make it work? He does, since Flat Out checked up. Good driving there by Rob. Took a little help, but he made it stick as we're back on board with Aaron. As you can see, just like you do on board in the car, how these guys are shuffling it out. 3 wide up front. That's Togod, and he got a break there from somebody, Shano, who let him in. Oh, and Togod took it from Shane, and that started the chain reaction. We got 3, 4, 5 cars going around. Togod got just barely clipped by Shano Kano there at the back end of the field. It was him, Flat Out, Rob Disco, WKK took a little of it, as did Aaron. And those guys not quite out of it yet, but with 8 laps to go, they're going to need some help. So meanwhile, we'll get back on board here, the battle up front, since this is where the action is. With 5 cars on the breakaway at the moment. Kips, CM, Shano, Rita, Daz, 5 veterans are the 5 that came through, not surprisingly. Somebody goes around, I believe that was Shano, manages to catch it, but he's definitely lost the draft there as he got hit by somebody. Daz hangs on. Was it possibly the, yeah, quite possibly was the lapped car there, but Shano falls 2 seconds back, and he's going to fall into the clutches of Warren here sooner than later. CM went around. We got more contact on the track. CM goes around, and now it's 3 cars in the main breakaway. Kip, Daz, and Rita. So 2 Team Dynamos and 1 JME Motorsports car makes the breakthrough. Shano back and forth, recovered from that hit. He's going to have 2 cars on top of him pretty shortly in the battle for 4th place. Rob and Flat Out are together meanwhile right there. But we'll get back to somebody's around on the track. Appears to be a white car. And it's Aaron. Aaron goes around in the chute between 1 and 2 as he falls all the way back to 12th. So all kinds of action on the track here towards the finish. Meanwhile, the battle up front. Kip, the white car, his teammate Daz in the red car. Rita's in the black car. And definitely Rita in the tough position here. Racing with 2 teammates. She's not going to get drafting help here. As Kip and Daz look to see how to line each other up. There's 4th and 5th behind you. Warren and Shano with Maverick, the lap car, in that mix. And there's Rob and Flat Out just behind CM. Let's get a cockpit view up front now of Daz kissing the wall. We're on board with Daz of Team Danamore. He's got Rita. Oh, I'm sorry. We're on board with Rita. That's Daz, and we're on board with Rita St. James now in the cockpit as she's behind Daz and Kip trying to make a move as they come to the line. They've got 4 to go here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. She's in a tough position. These 2 teammates are going to work together. Kip's one of the best, maybe the best in SCL history at it. And Rita knows that. She's entering her 9th season in the league, so she knows full well what's in front of her. But she's going to try to make a line up and see what she can get. But they're not that far ahead of Shano and Warren if something comes up here. Running 4th, 5th right there. More battles on the track, 6, 7, and 8 right there. You're on board with CM Outcast. He's got Rob, 2 cars in front, Flat Out directly in front of him. That's a battle for 6th place coming down to the line. Mice, Pamela, and Togod are battling it out. Togod has been involved in a couple of the incidents, I will say that, but I will also give him this. Togod has, he's been up in the front a lot in this race. He's made some moves and got there. So we'll see how this pans out. Let's get back to the battle up front, as we've got about 2.5 laps to go, about 6.5 miles left. Kip's got his teammate Daz behind him, Rita in 3rd. They're pulling away a bit from the 4th and 5th place cars. Definitely the fastest group on the track, but it's 3 veterans. You're looking at about, between Kip and Rita, 6 championships and 24 IndyCar wins between them, 2 Indy 500. So you know guys who are 2 Indy 500, former Indy 500 winner IndyCar champions right there. They know how to get around this place in whatever car you put them in. And as they come to the line with 2 to go, it's still Kip. Kip's not been in victory circle as much as we're used to seeing him since making his return a couple seasons ago on the new software. I don't believe he's won a points race. Well, yes, he has. He's won in the support class, the sportsman's division. But I think he's looking. His teammate is definitely thinking about going for it, though. It doesn't look like there's any team orders here. They're going to run 2 wide and race for it and let Rita make some kind of decision. Meanwhile, behind them, the battle keeps up with Warren and Shano. That's Maverick in the white and orange car behind them, a lap down. Just getting a little track time with it. And then, like we said before, there's a CM Outcast, Rob Disco, and Flat Out. Let's try to get the best view here and the best action. We're on board with Rita on the final lap. Let's see what she can pull off. I know from experience and being her teammate, she knows how to do it as Kip and Daz make a touch. Rita's just waiting for the opportunity here. As you can see, the gap falling to the cars behind them as they go as they go too wide. This is going to be the final shot coming off the corner. Can Rita build up the momentum? She's looking at it. She's going to look for wherever there's a hole. She does. Oh, and she gets in. Oh, man. There was definitely contact there. And I think Warren Kyle Keith came across the line in first place. I think he did. I think Rita caught the inside wall, hit Kip, got into Daz. It was a domino effect among the top three. And it looks like WKK is going to come to the line with the win, his second win of the night. With Shano in second, Rita comes across in third. Rob Disco rides it out to finish in fourth place. Great finish for him. CM Outcast in fifth. Tough luck for Kip and Daz, who wind up in 8th and 10th. But, wow, what a show there. A lot of contact, a lot of wrecking, but one heck of a finish. And take a look here at your there's your final order from JME Motorsports. JME takes all three of the wins tonight. Warren Kyle Keith, WKK gets his second. Shano comes in second place. Rita will wind up in third despite being involved in that accident. Rob Disco, the rookie, with a great run to finish in fourth. And CM Outcast in fifth. That's going to do it for us here on the SCL Racing Network tonight. We will catch you tomorrow at the Camel GT and Grand Am races, and next week at the Bathurst 500. Thank you very much, and you guys have a good night.